I'm Dr. Jason Graf, and I'm glad you're watching this video. This may be the very first step you take in getting your life back. Now, why do I say getting your life back? Because, as you know, peripheral neuropathy, it's a gradually worsening condition. It's going to get worse over time if it's left untreated. It's really a matter of, well, how fast is it going to get worse? So, usually what happens when you start developing symptoms, you start going to doctor after doctor after doctor, treatment after therapy, after creams and pills, sometimes even surgery, and nothing seems to work, nothing seems to help, and you keep getting worse, and therefore you become frustrated. And after a while of all this, you start to develop the mentality of, well, I'm just going to have to live with this neuropathy and just deal with it. Now, I'm here to tell you that is absolutely false. It could not be further from the truth. Neuropathy certainly is treatable, it is fixable, and I can give you your life back. How do I know that? Well, I literally wrote the book on neuropathy. What do you do when you're out of options? Okay, I know how to fix neuropathy. I have the answers. And so you're probably saying, well, Dr. Graf, what do you possibly know that all these other doctors don't know? And really the answer is quite simple. Okay, if you take the nerves that are damaged, that are in your hands and in your feet, okay, let's take the nerves in your feet, for example. Those nerves, they start up here in your brain. Okay, and then what happens, they start up here, they travel down the brainstem, down the spinal cord, out the holes in your back, travel down the legs, and end up in your feet. So that nerve in your foot, in your little toe, starts up here. It's like one big giant garden hose. So let's use that garden hose analogy, for example. So if you've got this garden hose, at one end of the garden hose is where you turn on the water, a faucet, which would be your brain. That's where everything's turned on. And at the other end of the garden hose is, say, some flowers or a flower bed. So what happens if I put a rock on that garden hose? Okay, the water's not going to get through, right? So if the water doesn't get through, the flowers eventually start to die. Same with your foot. If that nerve is not flowing properly, the nerves in your feet eventually start to die. You develop neuropathy. So when you go to all these doctors, they're so focused on your foot or on your hand, that's just one rock. And now what I've found with all of my postdoctorate training in clinical neurology and functional medicine, it's never just one rock on this garden hose. Usually it's 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 or even 6 rocks on your garden hose. So with my training, what I do, I will find these rocks, and when I know what's causing all your neuropathy, all these rocks, I'm going to be able to develop a system on how to remove those rocks all at once. So if I leave one rock on the garden hose, you're still not going to get better. But if I remove them all at once, that nerve flow is going to flow properly. The feeling and sensation is going to come back in your feet. Your balance is going to get better. The muscles get stronger. Basically, you get your life back. So if you want me to fix your neuropathy and reverse it and give you your life back, take the next step. Give me a call. Okay, my office number is 910-798-5560. So I'd love to help you. I'd love to give you your life back. Just take that next step. Again, I'm Dr. Jason Graf. I'd love to help you, and I look forward to seeing you soon.